It's day 3. So it's April 8th, 2025. And I am in my cement rectangular cell, sleeping on my cement slab. I wake up and the parts of my body that were in contact with the cement bed were like throbbing in pain. So I like to sleep on my side. So I wake up and I'm just, arm as my pillow, and my hip is just like throbbing. Ugh. So I slowly roll over on my back, and as I'm waking up, I'm looking around, looking at the walls. We're not allowed to have pens or any kind of writing material in the cell, yet somehow the walls have writing on it. I don't even really want to process how exactly there were drawings and pictures and weird phrases, um, you know, so and so loves so and so, I hate everybody, curse words throughout, people expressing their rage, people expressing frustration, or just random doodles. I don't even want to think about, like, at that point, I didn't even want to like think about like what they were using to draw on the walls. Um, I slowly sit up, and I'm not hyperventilating anymore. I'm not short of breath, so that's good. So my body got acclimated to the heat and the stifling air. But I look down at my feet and my ankles and my calves, and they're swollen. So I lift my foot up and I press down on my leg. And when I press down, the skin doesn't bounce back up. Really, like, basically letting me know I have edema, I have pooling liquid. So immediately I'm concerned about, is this kidney issues? Am I having some kind of heart issues? Like, what's going on? So I walk over to my door, aka steel rod cage door, and I call out for a female officer, and I show her, hey, my feet, my legs, my ankles, they're swollen. It wasn't like this last night. And then this is a new person. So I also let her know that before bed, I was I was short of breath. I couldn't breathe. And I was like extremely nauseous. Didn't seem to concern her. Um, I was just given a water bottle full of iced coffee, and 4 pieces of white bread, plain white bread, wrapped in a napkin. But no reassurance, no concern. They just kind of shrugged their shoulders and walked away. At about, I don't know, late morning, I found myself in a conference room, this time with just 2 women. And I, again, poured out my story, poured out what was going on, How can you help? Please, this is what I've been experiencing for the last 5 years. How is my daughter? Where's my daughter? When am I going to see my daughter? Please take my situation seriously. I need help. I mean, I talked to them for 2 hours. But at the end of that conversation, I learned that there was all this questioning, like, well, if it was that bad, why didn't you leave the relationship sooner? It was just gaslighting. Um, just there was no one seemed to believe my story, believe my sincerity, believe what was going on, believe the fact that I desperately wanted help. And it was the first time I heard the words trafficking. We're concerned about trafficking. So the reality of my situation started to settle in. Nobody was going to help me. Nobody cared. And at that point, by noon that day, I found out that I wasn't going to be seeing my daughter anytime soon. That I was going to be in Belize for a while, and that my daughter was gone. She had been sent back to the US. Up until that point, um, I had been given little glimmers of hope that I would be able to see her, that she was still in the country. But it turned out that that wasn't true. She had been taken out of the country within hours after they took her from me. And that was when I had my first panic attack. It was just like my whole body just became frozen, and all I could do was scream, 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 and cry. I couldn't even stand up. I couldn't, and then I just went, all I could do was just look off. I couldn't think. My brain couldn't process anything. I was given something. I talked to a therapist, a psychiatrist. They verified that I was okay, that I was just having a normal human reaction based off my history. That psychiatrist believed me. She believed my story. She knew I was a domestic violence survivor. She didn't doubt what was going on, she knew I was telling the truth. And so she advocated for me. Let people know she's fine. She's having a normal human reaction. Her baby's been taken from her. So they just gave me something and it made me pass out in my cell. I didn't notice the crap written all over the walls. I couldn't smell the toilet that didn't flush. I didn't notice that I was sleeping on cement. I just passed out and just slept. That was day 3 in a third world prison.